right, guys, I am back with another podcast episode for this season, Collaboration Over Competition. I am excited because I have, look, 5 other women with me, and you guys know 5 means grace. So I already know that this podcast is about to be amazing today. I'm going to first start off with how it even came about, right? But y'all know me. I'm Shift Dr. Joy, international speaker, global mindset coach. And what I do is I help leaders shift from stuck to become unstoppable. So y'all, I'm excited. So I want to first introduce this amazing woman that I've had the pleasure of knowing through mentorship, through social media, Dr. Alicia Harris. We got the same last name, so she's my cousin, and she don't even know y'all. She don't even know she's my cousin. She is doing some amazing things. And first thing I said is, okay, I want you to come be on a podcast. And if y'all know anything about Dr. Alicia, she like, can I bring my sisters with me? Okay. So I already love a woman that want to bring other people with her to be able to share their voice and share their story. Y'all, she is the founder of Pieces of Soulful Journey, with the alopecia founder of the Beautiful Project. And I've had the opportunity of literally seeing her evolve, y'all. I always tell y'all, at every level of evolution, you must become a different version of yourself. And at every level of evolution, you must have a mindset shift. So I've seen her shift. I've seen her evolve. I mean, if y'all see her on social media, she be showing up with these hats and bags. I want the leopard print or the little new bag she just got. I want to come to her closet. So I'm going to let her introduce herself. And then she'll share a little bit about the project and introduce the ladies that are connected. So Dr. Alicia, I'm so happy to have you. Go ahead, tell the people a little bit about who you are, the project, and go from there. We'll go from there.
Thank you, cousin Dr. Joy. It is so great to be here. I am Dr. Alicia Harris, the alopecia warrior, and also founder of Pieces, a Soulful Journey with Alopecia, where we provide psychologically safe spaces for individuals that are dealing with alopecia as well as hair loss. And so we do that by education and awareness. And it's great to be here today. And I am so excited to have these Be-YOU-Tifull ladies with me today. And I will start off with none other than Lahartha. Would you come off mic and introduce yourself?
Hello, good morning, good morning. I am Lahartha Phelps here from Columbia, South Carolina. And I believe my word that I'm going to use today is joy. The world didn't do it, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away.
Thank you, Lahartha.
Lahartha, you just already starting off, got the people laughing or whatever. Because I mean, my name is Shift for Dr. Joy. All right.
That's right.
So you're here to bring joy to the world. So
absolutely,
I'll take that. Dr. Alicia, who you want to go next?
Suzanne.
Hey everybody, I'm Suzanne Andrews, and I'm from originally Montana, transplanted down to South Carolina. And I am so honored to be part of this project in this book.
Thank you for being here, Suzanne. Thank you so much for being here.
Kimberly.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Kimberly. I go by Queen Kimmie with an IE online. I am a retired United States Army combat veteran, and I believe that it is my job to step into the light, cross over that bridge. My entire concept right now is I went from battle to boss. I picked up my crown because this Beautiful You project ignited the light in me again. And right now, my entire mission is, hey, sis, pick up your crown, adjust your crown, get up.
Yes.
It's time for us to take our power back. So that's what we're here to do.
I'm so glad you're here, Kim. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all hear Kim? Kim say from battle to boss. I was like, okay, Kim, hold up, wait a minute, because we can lean into that a little bit. I'm like, okay, hold up, Kim. We got to introduce one more person. Hold up, wait a minute.
Okay, I'll stop.
And last but certainly not least, Chevalle.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Dr. Joy. My name is Chevalle Barboza. I'm originally from New Jersey, but I moved to South Carolina, and my business, which is my purpose and my passion, is Miss Chev Cares. Help a child, help a family, change the world. And so I'm thankful to be here. And I'm the butterfly of the group. So we're all butterflies, and we're going to fly in Jesus' name.
Amen. I love it. I love this already. I'm excited. Again, y'all, 5 women. 5 means grace. So the one thing I'm already seeing is that when we come together, we can win together. It does not even matter if we have our own individual businesses, our own idea. When we come together as women, we can create so much more power. We're stronger together. So I want to make sure I say it's beautiful, right? Beautiful project.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I said it right because I can't mess it up, right? I cannot mess up the name. I want to know, Dr. Alicia, because I've been seeing the flying dresses, the photo shoots, just all the amazing things. But before we get to that, I want to know what inspired you to do this project and then to bring other women along.
Thank you so much. So I always tell people God can sometimes he'll change your zip code to change your perspective. Right. So I was in California, supposedly taking care of my daughter who was ill at the time. And while I was over there, the Lord said, I want you to do this project. And being transparent, I immediately said, God, don't nobody want to do that. That's how I talk to God. He knows I don't do the thus thou art. I just, Lord, nobody. And God did not allow me to walk away from that project. And he started to download into me what the project needed to look like, why it was needed. And I immediately said, Lord, okay, if I'm going to do this, I've always wanted to do a flying dress photo shoot. However, I haven't been to Greece or Dubai or Italy. And God said, you're going to do that right here in Columbia, South Carolina. And so I said, well, Lord, this stiff heat in South Carolina, that dress is not going to fly. So I made some calls and, hooked up with Onita. Onita is the best photographer. And I just thank God for her because she attached to the vision immediately. And I want to just stop here and say, you have to have people around you that can catch your vision.
So good.
Because if you have individuals that are naysayers, you may forfeit on the mission and assignment that God has given to you. So fast forward, we did that project. I met these beautiful ladies. Some I already knew, some I was acquainted with, but we became a sisterhood because it was more than just putting on makeup and taking pictures, but we began to minister to each other, love on each other, encourage each other behind the scenes. So when we came forward, it was every woman showed up to support each other. And Joy, I know you always have drilled in us collaboration over competition.
Yes.
And so I never forgot that. And out of the first project, I had the ladies write their own synopsis to post on social media, because the first year we revealed on social media. And as I was reading their post, I was just overwhelmed just to hear their stories and some of the things that they had been through and what this project meant to them. And I went back to them and said, have you ever thought about writing a book? And some people said, I have, but I never knew how to go about it. And some people said, yes, I have thought about it. No, I hadn't thought about it. And so in the stretching season, we talked about writing this book, Loving Me to Pieces. And so it all connects back to Be-YOU-Tifull, because Be-YOU-Tifull breaks down into be you to the full. That means accept every part of you, the flaws, the fabulousness, whatever it is you see in that mirror, be accepting and embracing. And so we want to communicate a message of self-love and self-acceptance, because you cannot love others well if you first do not love yourself.
Oh my God, so good. Hold up, because you just said a mouthful. Oh my God, that was so good. First of all, I got to take it back to when you talked about getting in a different zip code to change your perspective. You know, I'm always talking about shifting from neighborhoods to nations.
Yes.
I believe in being a forever student and getting in rooms where I'm not the smartest person. That's the first thing. But then you turned around and said, okay, God started speaking to me, and I'm just like, I hear what you're saying, but nobody want to do that. But then you finally leaned into the yes. And from your yes, you were able to bring other people. So I'm gonna stop right there, and then I'm gonna come back to all the other stuff you said, because I was like, hold up. Alicia, you saying a lot of good stuff, and I did not want to interrupt you because I wanted you to flow in the vision. And I want people that's listening, like, God can give you something, but first you got to give him that yes. And from that yes, you got to believe that if there's something connected, and I believe every yes is connected to other people, because we serve a great God. We serve a God of big, and because we serve a big God, big vision needs help. So if God is giving you a vision, you probably can't do it by yourself anyway, okay? Okay, normally he give you visions that's bigger than your bank account, huh? He give you visions that's bigger than just you, huh? So she had a vision that was big. And once she embraced, like, oh my God, I'm gonna bring the ladies in on just their experience. But when you talked about the flying dress, and you said, I have not been to Greece, but I brought Greece to South Carolina. How many of y'all are listening on here and you're making a decision not to do something because of how something is not? But what she did was she brought the vision to South Carolina. She called somebody else to say, I need help with the vision. Who y'all calling in this season? So she called Suzanne, Kimberly, Chevalle, and Lahartha. Some she knew, some she didn't. So now she got to get them to buy into her yes. So I'm going to start with Suzanne, because I want to hear, when she called to ask you to be a part of it, what was running through your mind?
It was a God thing, totally, because I had just lost my mom in March, and I was in the beginning of a divorce. And so this was the start of my healing journey.
Wow.
And it has been absolutely incredible. It was very therapeutic for me writing. It took a lot out of me at first. You know, when I was writing, I could only write a little bit at a time. Wow. But I got it done.
Yeah. So for you, it was a God thing. So Alicia, hear what she's saying. If you did not say yes, in the losing of her mom and going through a divorce, she could have really lost herself in a deeper way if she did not have this yes, or this community of women to help her. So would you say, Suzanne, that healing came through the release with the writing, even though it was hard to get it all together? So
definitely.
I want you to speak to that. So share with them some of how you were able to push through. Was it because of community, or what inspired you to release through pain? Because like you said, you were going through a divorce and grieving at the same time.
Yeah. It was through all of it, through the community that we had established, through my personal support system. You know, my people that surround me are like sisters, not by birth, but by blood, as well as my biological sister. So it's just, everybody would really just surround me in love and acceptance, and writing it helped me to go back even farther and realize where some stuff came from.
My God.
I had dealt with, and it was so incredible.
Yeah, this is so good. And I wanted you to lean into it, because I want somebody that's listening to know that we can go through pain and grief and so much, but with community, with sisterhood, with support, we can be able to get through those moments and gain strength and get strength. One thing, I have a girlfriend, Jazz, that I always say is community is the new currency. I'm telling y'all, I don't care how much money you have. When you are going through, you need community, you need support. But I also want Dr. Alicia, and she probably already noticed, to hear like what her yes gave birth to. Because what I also hear you saying, Suzanne, is this thing took me back. This thing took me back to a place to understand what was deep rooted in me. And through this, I was able to release pain, but also become another version of myself to be able to speak, inspire, and encourage other people. Y'all listen to what she's saying. Because sometimes we got to go back so that we can be able to move forward. But she had community and support to help her move forward. That's powerful. So I just couldn't skate past that. I wanted to really pause and lean into it. And I'm sorry for your loss of your mom. And I know even through the inspiration of you writing, she's being able to smile and look at my daughter now becoming an author, because that's the other thing that came out of this. Y'all got a name change, huh? I always say with elevation comes a name change. So y'all got a name change and elevation that came as a result of the yes. So Kimberly, I'm coming down your road next. When you got the call from Dr. Alicia, like Suzanne said, it was divine for her. She knew immediately, like, God, you love me. You love me that you sent me help during this time. So she knew. But Kim, what was it for you? I want to know the mindset of how you were feeling. Did you have doubtful thoughts? Y'all know I do mindset, so I like to hear what y'all be thinking. So Kim, I'm gonna toss the mic to you.
Well, thank you. I'm going to catch that mic, and I'm going to go back to what Dr. Harris said when she said she was talking, and God, she don't do all that, thou art there. And she was talking to God like, no, you know, nobody want to hear that. I heard a saying once, when God provides a vision, he provides provision.
Yes.
And he always goes ahead and open those doors.
Yes.
So when I heard about the project, I was like, just like Alicia, I don't nobody want to do that. Wow. And then it was like, I had been so depressed and so down because I had been out here on these internet streets for so long, and I had just been in this little funk, just not wanting to do anything. And her talking about getting out doing a flying dress photo, I'm like, that mean I got to show up. That mean I got to eat my own cooking. That mean I got to step back into the light.
Oh my God.
I don't want to do that. But mind you, my prayer had been, I need to get up. She didn't know what I was going through. She was allowing herself, oh my goodness, to be a vessel. You see, she didn't know.
Yeah.
She had no idea.
Yeah.
And even as we were doing the project, I was still over here being, you know how they say partial disobedience is still disobedient. I was still being disobedient. I was still like, oh, I'm doing it, but I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it. I was last minute ordering my dress. Didn't know what color I wanted to do. Got to the photo shoot. Didn't have the right bra. Thinking I'm not going down there, you know, just, and then I got down there. I wanted an excuse to leave, and looking at them, and they were all so beautiful. And, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, do I really have to do this? But when I walked down there, it was like you could just see. You ever know how they say when Daniel was in the lion's den and you could look and they could just see it was just like the Spirit of God was just all over this project. You know, so it was like you knew that it was just something that it was just meant to be.
Yeah.
And even in the stepping of the project, even in the stepping in the book and everything that just happened, it's just like, just walk through the doors that I've already opened for you. This is what you asked for. So here, stop complaining. You know, it's just like you say, when it's personal, everybody in this project has a personal divine relationship.
Wow.
And that's the thing that I like most. Everybody has a personal divine relationship. Do you hear me?
Yeah, Kim, let me tell you something, Kim. So all I kept thinking about was Peter, when Peter made that step and how the miracles happen. And then when you started saying step, that's why I was over here shaking my head. Because what got you to the actual photo shoot is you continuing to make the step. And for somebody out here today, like Kim, in her subconscious mind, because we know 95% of your thoughts are subconscious, and it filed in the file cabinet, she was like, Alicia, like, well, first of all, I don't want to do this, but I prayed for this. So she made a step. So somebody, even though you don't want to get up, you don't want to show up, take the first step so you can be able to move forward and show up in the photo of the next season of your life. Because she said, as I made the step and I went around the corner, I got a glimpse of the glory. And sometimes we want everything to already be worked out. When God says, I need you to make a step, Peter, take the first step. Because after Peter took the step, Kim, that's when the miracles happen. So all I keep hearing for you is the power of the step, woman of God, and how the step changed your life, and how God used the vessel, Dr. Alicia Harris, to be the person. Yeah. But they could have pushed you. But what I hear you saying is, no, I needed to show up and face my pain. So I took a step. Even when my bra wasn't working right, even when I didn't want to do it, I kept stepping. And as I begin to see the bigger picture. So Sometimes
Yeah.
in order for you to see the bigger picture, you got to take the step.
Yes.
God can
Yeah.
give us that end picture because she had the end vision, but you did not necessarily know all. You said yes, and you took the step. And from that, look what the Lord has done.
Yes.
So one of my books is called Embracing the Shift. And just like for Dr. Alicia, she first had to give the yes to embrace, like, okay, I'm gonna be obedient, I'm gonna do this. And then Kim, you struggle with some of those same mindsets, but you embraced it. And when we embrace shifts in our life, we can experience it. Now, before I toss this mic to Chevalle, I gotta come back to Dr. Alicia Harris. And I got to get from her, just how does this make you feel? Because you created something that was life support for these ladies. Woo, y'all my soul, yeah, I see y'all. You created something that kept them breathing through the most challenging times of their life. Kim said she wanted, Kim was like, I was in a place. Kim said she was in a place. Suzanne said I was going through a divorce and I just lost my mom. How does that make you feel? And I'm sure you probably heard like snippets of them sharing and telling you, I love you, I thank you for this. But hearing it now, how does that make you feel as a visionary in your yes?
I'm going to start with the word overwhelmed in a good way.
Yeah.
Because we never know when God calls us to do something, what the outcome is going to be. And he's not about outcomes. He's about alignment. And so for me, this just aligned with my God-given assignment. And God brought connection to these ladies for me. And I want to say to them publicly, as much as this has done for you, you will never understand what it did for me, because I was in a place. I was in my own place of God, where do I go? What do I do? How do I do it? And when he came with this, sometimes we want God to do it the way we want. So when he came with this project, I said, well, that really wasn't what I was expecting, Lord. Like, can we do this? But when we connect our yes to his will, God just takes that thing and he magnifies it and multiplies it. And what I thought was just going to be me and a group of women revealing our beautiful dresses online, and then I was going to go somewhere and sit down because I had done what God told me to do. God said, daughter, you are just getting started. And it has been a wonderful, when I tell you, it has been a mind-blowing experience.
Let me tell you something, Dr. Alicia. So what I hear is this became new purpose for you and new birth for you. And like you say, even though it blessed them, what was happening for you was also a transformation as well. So I thought about Ephesians 3:20, exceedingly abundantly above more than we could ask or think. Because and I'm sure you probably had, challenges along the way of the project. And oftentimes when you're the visionary, you also deal with trials behind the scenes while giving birth to it. But you said, but Joy, some of the stuff was better than what I thought. Even though I thought it might have looked this way, it ended up being this way. And then from that, it was better. So it made me think about Ephesians 3:20. But when you say connect the yes to his will, so if you give a yes to his will, you can begin to experience Ephesians 3:20, exceedingly, abundantly, above more than you could ask or think. So I want somebody that's listening today to know that all God is asking for you in this season is to give a yes to his will. And in that, not only are you helping people, but you are helping yourself. Woo! Okay, y'all messing me up because I normally put on good makeup for this podcast. It's on YouTube as well. But when I tell you I'm happy I didn't put my good makeup on today, because I see y'all, because I'm crying too. Look, Lahartha. Baby, I'm over here trying to hold back tears and not turn my camera off because I'm the host of the podcast. I'm on the struggle bus, sis, because this is so good. Like, oh my God. I'm about to toss the mic to you, Chevalle, because I messed up, sis. I ain't never been speechless. All I'm going to do is toss the mic to you. And what I want you to do is tell us what has this, so a little bit of a different question, but still talking about, the mental part for you. I want you to share, what has this project done for you? What has it done for you in you saying yes to it? And then if you also want to lean into the mindset for you when you got that call, Go. We'll start there because I'm trying to talk right now. I'm a little struggling. So Chanel,
I'm struggling as well,
take
because
the
y'all are
mic, take the mic.
blessing me again. To hear the stories again, it just does something to me. When the project was presented, it was validation for me. What scripture that came to me was Philippians 1:6. He who has begun a good work in you is faithful to complete it. And God started a work in me. And I thought that my journey or whatever, I don't want to say that it was over, but like it was just my journey. But when Alicia presented this to me, and it was more like your journey has a story and other people need to hear it. And so it encouraged me beyond words because, like I said, I'm from New Jersey and I moved here and I kind of live here by myself. But I'm a product of the village. I am a village girl. My church family, outside of my family. And so I realized that community is important. And you guys are my community. You guys have uplifted me in so many ways. And so during this project, I have really embraced the butterfly. And with the butterfly, the butterfly goes through processes. It starts from the egg to the caterpillar and so I'm like, you know what? Chevalle, your journey is like the butterfly. And I realized that all of our journeys are like the butterfly. But when I embraced those journeys, that's when I was like, my yes became valid. And so I was validated in saying, you know what? I am going to share my story because at the end of the day, I believe it's going to help the next generation. And so that has always been my purpose. I love children. I love supporting families. Every time you talk to me, it's going to be butterfly, children, and supporting families.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, that's where my journey started.
Yeah.
Um,
I want you to tell me, I want you to lean into the internal part of what this project has done for you. Like you said, it was that validation, but like what has it done for you internally in the transformation, especially in always talking about the butterfly? I want you to lean into that a little bit.
It told me that my dark places was not just for me. And I had to share it because when I started writing, when I started going through, I had tears dropping on the page too, because I'm like, wow, it was dark for me. Coming from a dysfunctional family, my family wasn't perfect, but they wasn't bad either. They wasn't, you know what I'm trying to say. But I've had issues, and so it took me to that place, like Suzanne said, she had to go back. And so I had to go back to my childhood to bring me to where I am. But internally, it reminded me of those dark places. Like I said, I struggled with depression, low self-esteem. I didn't think that I was beautiful. I didn't think that I was worth anyone's attention. I think that my voice, yes, I sing, but my personal voice, my story voice, my life voice, I didn't think that it was worth anything. Like, who wants to listen to this girl who, just because she overweight? Like, everybody's overweight. But there's a journey that God took me through to say, yeah, everybody has that, but no one has someone to help them to come out of it. And so I realized that my journey can help. But again, I want to be the voice for children. I want to be that, even though I don't have children of my own, some children do not have a voice that speaks into them. And so I've taken on that, which is a part of my yes, to say, Chevalle, your journey is to help the next generation. So internally, it was a struggle. It was dark. It was gloomy. It was hard. Like I said, I suffer with depression. Even to today, I'm not going to, be ashamed of it. And so, but that depression is, I'm not going to say it's my depression. It's something that I have to deal with. And so in that, I reach out to community, I reach out to support, I reach out to counselors. And I want to, again, helping children, helping other people it helps me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So thank you for sharing that. And congratulations to you for pushing through those dark moments. But I love the fact that you say, yeah, I still struggle with this thing sometimes, but I reach out to community. I reach out to, you said therapy. I reach out to them, and I want somebody to know today is, although you may still struggle with things, although you may still struggle with the dark places, to reach out for help. Don't try to deal with it on your own, because that can take you to a place that's deeper. But I was going to wait to say this after the podcast ended, but I'm going to say this to you right now, because I kept seeing the butterfly experience. And I was like, well, what is the butterfly experience? It's like book series. And so I don't know what you done with that whole butterfly experience and connecting that back to them kids or whatever, but I want you to lean into that. And it's almost like the person that came to my spirit for you in the Bible is Esther, because Esther means come out of hiding.
Wow.
So I feel like this project for you has really allowed you to come out of hiding of the dark places and share the dark stories. And Alicia gave you that reason to say, okay, I got to tell somebody about these dark places.
Right.
But how many mothers we know that deal with dark places, or how many children are going through that process of becoming this beautiful butterfly and being able to help them? It's almost like a little, like a mother-daughter. I'm going to come back to you, because I want the people in our business that's listening out there in these podcast streets, because they'll be trying to pray up against what God is doing. But I hear the Lord say, Esther, you came out of hiding.
Wow.
And the butterfly experience. And then I saw like little books, it's like a little series. You already the author. So that was activation.
Yes.
I'll talk to you after the podcast over, because Lahartha, I got to pass the mic to Lahartha, and I got to find out from Lahartha what was the mindset when Alicia called her, and to give us a little bit about what has this project done for her, because this is so good. Y'all gonna have
my Lord.
Woo!
I love me some Dr. Harris. Let me tell you. So listen, Alicia started off as my boss, my manager.
Look at that.
And when she left, when she got promoted, it was just me there. But we stayed connected. You know what I'm saying? So it was, you have that one girlfriend that you just look at and you admire so much. And then it's like everything that lady touched turns to gold. So she is a godly woman. You know what I'm saying? So I did not have a problem saying, yes, I watched her move. When you think people are not looking, people are looking.
So good. So good.
So I just watched her. I watched her maneuvers. I watched how she interacted with other people. So when she came to me with this Be-YOU-Tifull project, I was like, oh girl, you whatever you do, just include me. I'm coming. I am touched. I got your hem, your garment.
Oh my God.
I'm holding on to you. Whatever you need me to do, sis, I am here for it. Because I've seen the outcomes.
Yes.
I've seen it. I know what she can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if the Lord is elevating her higher and she's bringing me with her, I'm here for it.
I'm coming.
I already know what it's like.
So before you talk about what the project has done for you, I want to lean into what you just said, because you sound like you admired her. You sound like you looked at her as a mentor, somebody that you respected. So when she called you, it was a no-brainer, because you like, wait a minute.
It was a no-brainer. Yeah.
She doing things like, like, I'm coming. What else you doing? What else you need?
Absolutely.
I think that's so powerful, because it speaks to the leader that she is. It speaks to she is. And I wanted to just lean into that really quickly, because there's so many. And then you said something else that was so powerful. You said people you never know who's watching. You never know who sees something in you. And I'm gonna come back to Dr. Harris in a minute, because I'm sure that, like she said, God gave her y'all names, or if it was just this person would be good. But I'm gonna ask her that in a minute. But she thought about you enough to reach out to see if you would be a part of this project, which means you saw something in you, or God saw something in you. So I wanted to just lean into that a little bit before we talk about what the project did for you, because you was like, look, this woman is going someplace. And if she's going someplace, she is not leaving me behind. Maybe think about the woman with the issue of blood, honey, where she just like, God, I just need to get to him. You like, no, I just need to touch this woman. He's like, no, you're not leaving me. I'm pressing through the crowd. So now
absolutely
talk about what has it done for you as a woman.
So what it has done for me, when I was growing up, I was the dark-skinned girl. You know what I'm saying? So during that time, people didn't pay attention to it was the dark skin and the light skin. And I felt less than. I felt my confidence was low. My self-esteem was low. I'm the chocolate cutie of this bunch at this point. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
and I had, and what's my name? Lahartha.
Lahartha.
I got teased so much in school.
Wow.
Lahartha, Blackie, all these different names, because kids can be cruel. And then I had a teacher, an art teacher, that told me my parents must have been drunk to name me Lahartha.
Wow.
So with the name like Lahartha, the color of my skin, it's just I start internalizing that I was just an ugly person.
Wow.
You know, and when this Be-YOUTIFull project came about, and my mom passed June 20th, 2024. And I took my photo shoot. My photo shoot, I believe, was in July, August.
Yeah.
And when Onita, blessed hands photographer, took that picture, it was one specific shot that she took, and she showed it to me, and I just bawled out. The tears would not stop. And I was just like, Lord, I just wish my mama was here to see this. To see these pictures, you know, even with the book, you know, it was just overwhelming. And I think I know that this project has increased my confidence. You know what I'm saying? I feel beautiful. You know, I feel one of my photos, I think my breast was lopsided. And I was telling Alicia, I said, I can't use this one. And I had to remember, Be-YOUTIFull, be yourself to the fullest, flaws and all. So it's okay for you to use that picture.
Lord, look, you got me over here laughing. You a comedian, but go ahead.
That's just how much I love these women. I thank God for Alicia's vision. I thank God for allowing her to include me in her vision. And God knows I'm here for it all. Alicia is my mentor, but she don't know it.
Yeah, that's the word that came to me, because I could tell that you really look up to her and admire her.
Yes.
And I'm sorry to hear about your mom as well. But Suzanne put that the photo shoot was in August. And you know, the month of August is the 8th month, which means new beginnings. So it sounds like to me this project allow you to step into your new beginnings and into your boldness. And y'all, first of all, Lahartha is beautiful on the outside and the inside.
Yes.
But if y'all see what I'm seeing, especially if y'all watching on YouTube, baby, she got this hair twisted, she got these rings on her finger. She got the like she is the bomb. But what I loved about what she said was, baby, I showed up lopsided breasts and all. So I want the person that's listening.
Yes.
It even made me think about women that even deal with like breast cancer. Like, I want to be sensitive to this moment. Like, it does not matter, because it's who you. It's not what you're going through. It's who you are. It's not what has told you that you have this or you have that. It is accepting yourself with flaws, your current situation, and all, to know that you are beautiful. And that's the thing that she took away from. She was like, girl, Alicia was like, if you don't use that picture.
Yes.
Okay? And being able to own that. Did y'all hear her say she the chocolate drop? Baby, just beautiful, okay? I said, this one right here had me laughing the whole time, and I'm over here trying to be focused. But I'm looking at her body language while she's talking at the same time. But when I tell you, even embracing that, although I may be different, although I may have a darker skin tone, although I am still bold in who I am. Embracing that and accepting that. So thank you for sharing, because you said so many powerful things. But I want you to remember the month 8 of that year was you walking into your new beginnings. Do you know what your actual name means, Lahartha? The definition of
I've tried Googling my name and everything, and I don't. The story behind this is my mom was pregnant. My mom used to work at a doll factory here in Columbia. And she was pregnant with me, and it was another lady that was working with her as well.
Yeah.
And she delivered, and her daughter name is Lahartha Sharetta.
Really?
So my aunt loved that name so much, and she came back and told Mama, say, I want you to name her Lahartha Sharetta. And that's my name, Lahartha Sharetta. Met the lady once, not face to face, but she used to work at Bell South. And I was calling to pay my phone bill back in the day. And the lady answered the phone and said, thank you for calling Bell South. This is Lahartha. And I was like, oh my God.
It was the same Lahartha. Are you serious?
Yes.
That is so powerful. And I just think that speaks to the volumes of who you are with your name being different. I'm going to see if I can find a definition, but even if I can't, it's just a reminder to you is how unique you are, how different you are. being
Yes.
the person that you are from the very beginning, even from your mama's womb. So never
Yes.
forget that. Never forget
I
that.
won't.
That
Thank you
you
so much.
unique name because you are unique, right? So look,
Yes.
I think that's powerful. I'm about to tag y'all. This has been good. This has been so good. Like y'all gonna have to come back again. Like y'all gonna have to come when I get my in-person studio because whoo, this has been powerful. I'm about to come back to Dr. Alicia because I know with her being the person that she are, and then with Lahartha talking about just her being her mentor, when God gave you the names or when the names came, was it God like specifically highlighting them, or you heard their name clearly or boldly when it came to like reaching out to each of them to be a part of the project?
So the way that I recruited for the project, I posted online and it was very vague. It was like, I want to do a women's empowerment project and I need, and I put a number of, I think I said I need 6 women.
Yeah.
And please, so they started to contact me and I just didn't feel led to disperse the entire vision of the project. Because, sometimes you can't share everything all at once, right?
Yeah.
And as I met with these ladies and I explained the project and what the vision of it was, and then I heard responses back, like Lahartha said, about her art teacher and how she never felt that she was attractive, and how Chevalle said she had never been told she was beautiful, how Suzanne talked about just what she had been going through, and Kimmie, even though she had reservations, I saw that she had connected. And so then I began to ask the Lord, because just because people sign up, just because they agree, doesn't mean they're supposed to be a part. And we have to understand that. And the Lord has really dealt with me on not looking at the numbers, but again, looking at the alignment. And with these particular ladies, although we had, I think it was 10 ladies total in the project, these were the core women that said, yes, I want my story to be told. Yes, I do connect with your vision in terms of the book. And yes, whatever you need me to do. So not only did they connect their yes to God's will, they connected their yes to my vision. And for that, I am extremely humbled by that.
Wow. So I think it's so powerful that they answered the call and got the call. So did you, after you decided to choose them, even though they accepted the invitation, did you tell them that they were chosen, or what was that part like? That's it.
So
Okay.
so after we revealed our photos,
Mhm.
I went back and asked, all of them, have you ever thought about writing a book? And some that did not come along for the journey had said yes. But then as I started to talk with these ladies, just the excitement, we all were sitting there wondering, like, what is this going to look like? How much do I have to say? And how first thing I get asked is, well, how many pages does it need to be?
Wow. So good.
And we worked through all of that. I mean, we were just so in sync with one another, encouraging each other on, like, somebody, I can't think if it was Suzanne or Chevalle, that said, well, I don't have that much to write. And we all just rallied around each other like, girl, yes, you do. You have a lot to say, and we want to hear it, and people need to hear it. So they never hesitated. If they did, they didn't hesitate in front of me. And we just went from there.
Yeah, I just love how the one yes led to multiple yeses. Because one thing God showed me, even in this last season of my life, like I'm giving God a yes in obedience. And I'm just like, okay, God, I'm gonna do this. But that one door continued to open up door after door after door after door. And even for y'all leaned into the yes, or leaned into like, I'm gonna apply for this, or I'm gonna see what she's talking about. And from that, now y'all are authors. I'm not sure if any of you guys were authors before this project. And I just even see God doing even bigger and greater things. And now y'all on the Ship with Dr. Joy podcast. Hold up, wait a minute. Like this thing is getting bigger and bigger and better and better. I wanted to highlight, and she doesn't even know I'm highlighting her, but I want y'all to hear me prophetically, even as I'm saying this, before y'all give me final words and tell everybody how they can connect with you guys and connect with the book. Y'all probably have to come back and talk more about the book part. and do a part 2. But I kept hearing you guys talk about, is it Onita, the photographer?
Onita.
Onita. I think it's so
Mhm.
powerful that each almost, I think most of y'all have mentioned her, like she's not even here. So what this is an indication of, not just for her, but for you guys, is that your name is being mentioned in rooms that you don't even know about. Like she's not even in this room and her name has been mentioned multiple times. So I want y'all to take that for yourself on today, that your name is being mentioned in rooms that you're not even sitting in. Like this project is a divine. I love that you said alignment, but it was also an assignment, because what I heard from each of you is that new identity emerged, or I had to go back to childhood, or I had to face my giants, or I had to deal with the dark spaces and places to really own this project and step into it to be the next version of myself that I needed to be. You are examples how at every level of evolution, you must become a different version of yourself. So I may not have known you guys outside of today, other than Alicia and Chevalle, or may have seen you online. But what I am looking at, because I heard that the photo shoot was in August, what I'm looking at is the new version of you who have emerged for such a time as this. Because that's what they said about Esther. For such a time as this. So I know that listening today, I have heard how this project has basically transformed y'all life. And as Chevalle said, to help y'all fly into the butterflies, or the new versions of yourself that God has called. But I think the biggest takeaway I want you, the listeners, to take away from the day is how one yes, an act of obedience to God, opened up doors that were that led them into an Ephesians 3:20 season, exceedingly, abundantly, above more than they can ask or think. And how Alicia made the decision to bring other people with her so that this could be a place of collaboration over competition. And now we got not one woman winning, but multiple women winning together in life, in business. And the biggest thing is community. If y'all listen to each of their stories, it was, I reached out to community. This has become my sisterhood. This has become my safe space. This is the space or place I come to help encourage me and inspire me. So if nothing more, make sure that everybody listening today, you find your community, you find your tribe, so that you can be able to face the challenges that come with life. So I want each of you ladies, starting with Dr. Alicia, to give a takeaway to a woman or man or listener today, to encourage them to give the yes that might make you uncomfortable. Give the yes that might have you shaking. Give the yes that will lead to more open doors. And just give us a takeaway for each for somebody that's listening today, to encourage them in the yes. Starting with you, Dr. Alicia.
Well, I say to those that are contemplating or in the valley of decision, decide. Failure to make a decision is making a decision. And we don't have to have everything all laid out, all put in place before we move, because that's not faith. Faith is moving and not knowing what the next step is, trusting God that if He brought this vision to you, He's going to, like Kimmie said, give the provision needed for you to be able to execute. And we all have an assignment in the earth. And the worst thing you can do is leave this earth and not complete your assignment. So get up from there. Be mindful of who you have in your space and in your ear, and fix your eyes on the assignment that God has given you, and run that race like never before, because your voice is needed. Your life is not by accident, and you are the answer to somebody's problem.
That's so good. And you the answer to somebody's prayer. Suzanne, what are some words you want to leave with the audience that's listening or watching today?
Oh, wow. I'm overwhelmed right now. Yeah. As you can tell by my background, I'm also a Mary Kay consultant. Yeah. So the making women feel good about themselves has always been near and dear to my heart. You know, I've been in Mary Kay for 29 years. Wow. But this project, and I'm an encourager. You know, people come to me when they need to have someone listen. Yeah. I'm not a therapist by any means, but my friends come to me. Yeah. But this project really made me do that for myself. And the self introspection and whatever, and stuff. And so do the hard work. Do the hard work to make it past whatever you need to. Okay. You know, the first year, it was all about healing in the book. The second year has been just more of my transformation. And I'm excited about next year's too.
So good. So I hear what you're saying, Suzanne, for the person that's listening, is to really say yes to yourself in this season. For somebody that's listening, to say yes to yourself. And Kim, I saw you, when you had drunk the cup, it's like, I'll drink to that. Like, these women are saying stuff that's so good to me. Like, let me get some, I don't know if she got coffee or tea in the cup. It's none of our business. But you was just like, this is so good. And you was like, so give them something that they can drink on, Kim, as they for the people that are listening or watching. Give them some final thoughts to encourage them to get up, get going, and get moving.
Habakkuk 2:2. Write your vision, make it plain. Period. Write your vision, make it plain. Dr. Alicia said when she put out that flyer, she didn't tell us the whole vision.
Right.
She didn't tell us the whole vision. And remember, I had some hesitation about the photo shoot. Yeah. But what she didn't know, well, in that brokenness, I was already writing the book. I was already writing. I didn't know she was going to do a book on the second half. But if you had went to my website, it said, sign up for my book.
Wow.
So when she came on that second part and said, who wants to write a book? I went, really, God? Why you do this? Why you couldn't just tell me that this is what you see? Yeah. But had I been disobedient in the first part,
you would have missed out on the second part. Kim, I ain't messing with you now. Woo!
So I'm just gonna leave that right there. So write your vision, make it plain, so when it show up, you can be like, oh, this what you doing. You see, when you talk about taking them steps.
That's it, right? Them steps. Okay,
so we're gonna leave that alone. So when you say what you gonna say, I'm just gonna say what she said.
Yeah. No, that's so good, Kim. Take the first step, because you don't know. Remember, I say the multiple doors. You don't know that next step or that next step is connected to the first step. It's connected to the first year. And you like, God, you done told me to do 10 things this year. I don't know how they gonna happen, but just say yes to the first step. Write the vision and make it plain. So she wrote that vision, and God sent her somebody that, okay, all right, Chevalle, give the people some final words, because Kim gonna take me there. Okay, give me some final words, Chevalle.
Y'all all taking me there. I just want y'all to know that I am encouraged this morning. I'm gonna go to work on a whole nother level. So I appreciate you ladies so much. And Dr. Joy, thank you again for the opportunity. All I have to leave with the listeners is you are enough. Yeah. You are enough. Your story is enough. Your journey is enough. Embrace all of who you are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and realize that at the end of the day, and I'm not sure if I didn't share much of my story, but your voice matters. Yeah. Yeah. Your voice matters to your children. I'm not a parent, but I'm a product of not hearing that voice as a child. And I want parents to know that your voice in a child's life and your child's life is like gold. It'll catapult that child into the next dimension that they need to as a child, as a teenager, as an adult. And so I want to encourage you all to embrace who you are and to just love on your family, love on your children so they can become all that they're called to be, but also knowing that your story matters. You are enough.
So good. So good. Thank you so much for that, Chevalle. Like, I don't even have nothing to add to that. Just that you are enough with the exclamation mark, and that your voice matters. My husband always says your voice is your legacy. So that's so good. Lahartha, what you got for the people? Don't make the people laugh. They might be driving now.
I'm not going to make the people laugh. I'm going to say.
We need that laughter. We need that laughter.
I'm going to say faith over fear.
Yes. Yes.
Because of the things that I experienced growing up, the name calling and all of that stuff, you kind of get a little timid, a little fearful about stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you don't step out, you know. So, but when you connect yourself, because God don't leave us, we leave him. Yeah. You know, so staying connected with God and knowing that my faith in him overrides any fear that I have.
Yes. So
And
good.
I know that I can do all things through
Yes.
Christ who strengthens me.
So good.
And my final thought is what I started off with. This joy that I have, that we have, the world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. So regardless of whatever it is you going through, don't let it steal your joy.
Oh, good. Thank you so much, Lahartha. I'm telling y'all, everybody needs a Suzanne, Kim, Lahartha, Chevalle, and Dr. Alicia Harris in your life. This has been absolutely amazing. And like Chevalle said, you didn't get to share your story, but the people about to hear because they gonna know who you are. So I'm gonna make sure everybody that's here, all of their information to follow is on the link below. But Dr. Alicia, I want you to tell them how they can get the book, how they can stay connected to the project, and then everybody else, you can also follow their information from the links that's below.
Awesome. So the book is being sold on Amazon, and I just happen to have a copy of it.
So pretty.
Loving Me to Pieces, a story of self-love and self-acceptance. And then you'll get to see some of the beautiful pictures that we talked about in this podcast.
Okay.
You can find me on social media. We have a nonprofit page called Pieces, A Soulful Journey with Alopecia, which is on Facebook. You can find me, Dr. Alicia Harris, also on Facebook. And then on Instagram, Pieces_ASWJ. AS, a soulful journey. A soulful journey. ASJWA. That's a shame. It's
all right,
early,
we're gonna make
and
sure
I haven't
all
had
the links are
coffee.
below as well. Yep.
So yeah, those are some ways to find me.
Yes, and we're gonna make sure, Dr. Alicia, all of your links are below as well. The link for the book is also attached, so you guys can go get the book. I want a copy of the book. I cannot wait to read it. I think this is amazing, the work that you are doing. So thank you for being here, Dr. Alicia, bringing the ladies with you, because this is definitely a testament to collaboration over competition, a visual of what that looks like, a vision of what that looks like, and how when we come together, we can win together. Y'all, this has been amazing. I would definitely be bringing them back because we need to talk about the book and learn some more about each of their stories. But make sure you connect with them as well on social media. All of their links are below. So thank you, Suzanne, Kim, Chevalle, Lahartha, and Dr. Alicia for just your yes in what you are doing in this kingdom assignment and alignment in earth and on earth, because this is just the beginning of even greater. And from what I hear, y'all have already begun to experience great things as a result of this one yes. So thank y'all so much for listening. I pray that y'all was blessed as much as I was. I'm so glad I did not put makeup on today. Thank God these Zooms and all these different rooms, they put stuff on for you. Okay, so I might have some lashes on when you see me and some lip color because thank God for these, Zoom rooms and stuff. But you guys make sure y'all stay connected and Shift with Dr. Joy on all platforms. Again, I'm Shift Dr. Joy, international speaker, global mindset coach, and I help leaders shift from stuck to become unstoppable in their business and their life, and shift from good to great. Thank y'all again so much for being here. It was a pleasure having you ladies with me today.
Thank you, Dr. Joy.
You're welcome.